Hello everybody and welcome back to Tin Hearts for our next episode of trying to work our way through all the bedrooms, all the rooms in the house to get to the end of the story. We've got to get our tin soldiers marching on. Always got to keep marching on, especially with the bad news that Helen has received recently. She's not very well, our wife, so we need to try focus on other things. Right, we need to move these chaps along. That's where they start off. Probably initially we want to get them over to this table over here. So we need to go get our T-piece over here. And we'll put it down like this. And that should get them to move down onto there. Excellent, but they're not going to be able to make it as far as they need to, so in fact probably what we need to do is send them off a different way, but how do we do that? How do we do that effectively? I'm not sure. There's another balloon thing over here. There's also a couple of things that we can go... Okay. Let's see if we can move this, because then if we can get them over up here, that would do us pretty well, I would say. So let's just say there for now, because then that should blow them over, so that's fine. Let's get them over here. The wind should blow them over to where they should need to be, and then we can get good old Tim McLean out of here. Break him free from his prison, so to speak. We need to try and work out what's his purpose, because he allows us to kind of run around a bit more freely, which is useful, but only if we know what we're doing. These guys are just going to go back and forth, I think, because that's good. I'd quite like to get to that central table if I can, so I'm going to grab you. We're going to go on the bed. I think there's also a ladder here, because there's also this airship that we need to pay attention to. Not that we can do much with it. There's no way we can make it up that high for sure. Can we make it over to the table from here? No, we can't. Okay. Okay, well, let's just go back onto the bed for now. We might be able to go actually a different direction. Because if I can get this to go up high, which I can, that would work, but we need to... Let's see. Somewhere we need to get a balloon. We need to get to the central table. I don't think we can make that jump. No, we can't. Not at the moment, anyway. There is this, which is on a... If I was to move this along, would that... Oh, this would push it around further. Excellent. That might be quite useful. Let's do that. And that might help us. Let's get Tim McLean back. Can we reach this far? I feel like we should be able to reach that far. Yes, we can. But how does that really help us in the grand scheme of things? Let's get you back on the central table for now. I feel like I had a plan when I started this, and now I don't, because this has got to move, right? This airship. But the only balloon thing I can see is here in the middle, and I'm not sure how we get back there, unless we can keep blowing it. If we can keep... hang on a second. Get Mr. Tim McLean back on his boat as best we can. There we go. Now if we get this, can we blow this even further? If I was to send it kind of that way, would this work? I told you I'm absolutely terrible at puzzle games. No, but we can use this one. Ah, there we go. That's probably what we need to do. If I move this round, in theory that should move it even further. So let's try that. Where's that going to move Tim McLean to? Excellent. Now he can make it over here. He can make it onto the central table. That's a good start. Let's move this back out of the way. I don't think we need to actually. Right, what do we actually want to do with him? There's these bags which I think we can push off. So let's start by pushing these off. Yeah, limber up and give it a push. You are in action here after all. Ah, that rises how high we go up. That's actually very interesting. Oh, that was a cool action kick. Okay, we keep on going higher and higher. This is good. This is excellent, in fact. That's going to be pushed off. Hopefully, this will get us where we need to go. What we can do with this one here? Just a push or a kick? Just a push. And now, I think if we're lucky, let's get this thing set up to go up for that ship. Like so. I think that should do it. Now we get Mr. McLean. Now that we're higher up, we should be able to make that jump. Jump! Come on! You can make it. You can, excellent. So now we go up here, push the button, and that should hit the boat, which means that's now going to become free, which I think means that the rest of the guys can get back to the top, as it were. Oh goodness me, that camera took a bit of a turn. So I just need to get a U piece now and get them moving again, and a triangle piece, which we have, going like, well, I need it to go that way really, so that's fine. They should now start to make their way back. Hopefully that drum takes them where they need to go. Ah, excellent, it goes all the way up there, nice. And from up there, where do they end up going? Well, let's get them moving along, because they're going to take a while to get there, for sure. And then we can see where they're going to go once they hit that central table. Are they going to make it to the end? They are, excellent. Now all we need to do is get Mr. McLean, wherever he's gone. Oh, but first, I think, some story.
Bedtime, Rosie.
Just one moment, Daddy.
What are you drawing there, Poppet?
Look, it's a little action scene starring your toys. What do you think?
Gosh, that's really impressive, actually.
Why, thank you, kind sir.
The little artist in you has really started to blossom, hasn't she? You shall be outdoing Mummy soon enough.
I wish. Daddy? Is Mummy all right?
Not really, no.
She seems so sad all the time lately.
Yes, dear. Mummy is fine. Don't worry, Rosie.
That's a lie.
Everything will be fine.
Also a
Daddy will
lie.
take care of it. I promise.
Possibly a lie.
Good night, Angel.
I'm not sure Mum's going to get better, to be honest. We shall just have to see. Okay, onwards. As always, follow the wispy light. Time is moving on. Okay, we're not going outside just yet, but we are going in here. Well, back to the office. So they're going to start here. Aha! That's another Jack in the Box. I think we haven't seen them in a while. Oh, they're on the floor. We're going to need to... Okay, pause that for a second. Let's get them up onto the... Let's get them up here. Is that going to work if we put them there? We need to put them somewhere. Let's put them here. And where are all our pieces to work with? They should be either over here in the corner. Gotcha. Let's keep them paused until we get everything set up for them. That's not the piece I want, but we'll put it down here so we don't have to go grab it again. I need the moon piece. I know we can grab it from a distance, but it's not always the easiest thing to do. Let's grab the moon piece. And we're going to get them going around this way. And then we need a triangle piece, which is... which one is it? It's the green piece. Okay, so we need the triangle piece to go here, otherwise they're not going to be able to move further along. I see another letter here, which means probably another Jack in the Box, if I'm not mistaken, but we'll get ourselves set up before we get them moving. Actually, they can get moving now while we're carrying this on. Okay. Let's get these chaps moving, and what are we expecting here from this letter?
Dear Mr. Butterworth, as per your request, we at the clinic have been making inquiries within the local medical community. However, as I had feared, this process has been far from fruitful. Most of my colleagues are of the opinion that there is little that can be done for Mrs. Butterworth at this point. I have consulted my old friend, Professor Rotham, and discussed the matter at length. So far, he's been the only one to offer a faint glimmer of hope. He spoke of an experimental treatment that was recently trialed on the continent. Please visit my office at your earliest convenience so that I can brief you in more detail, but please do manage your expectations. Dr. Rotham referred to the cost of this treatment as astronomical and emphasized that the ratio of success is extremely low. However, you have made it clear in our conversation that you are determined to try anything, which is why I thought it worthwhile to bring this development to your attention. Kind regards, Dr. Oliver Knowles.
So that's going to be why he joins the Toy Makers Guild, or the Toy Makers Factory, whatever you want to call it, to try pay for the treatment for his wife. I can imagine that's the only reason why. But I might be wrong, but that's kind of what I'm expecting to happen. Let's get this set up as well. This is hopefully to keep the Jack in the Box away. And we'll fire that there. Oh no, no. Okay, we're going to need to... So how are we gonna... If I fire that in a proper manner, that's not going to change things, is it? No. So what we really need to do is find a different way to spin him round. Yeah, the Guild of Toy Makers, there they are again. But if I don't press the button, then it's going. I'm going to have to press this button one way or another. And let's say it fires somewhere else. Aha! It's a bit of a red herring, actually. I think we're okay just to go otherwise. And then we just need to pause up here. We need to put down a triangle piece, which is over here. and get this set up like thus. And that should get them all the way out. Excellent. Oh, not quite, mind. They're nearly there. So we might need to actually go for the U piece instead. Let's move this triangle back. Over here for now. And get this piece instead. And we need to... That might work better. No, that's not the way I wanted it to go. That's... No, hang on. We've got to get this U piece set up correctly. So, we need to readjust the drum then, because that's not going to work. Oh, we can just get them to go straight out. That's probably easier. Okay, we need to get the soldiers back up. And back over to the balloon area. And then make sure this is... Yeah, this is now set up properly. So they shouldn't... Yeah, now they're doing this properly. Excellent. Okay. So we successfully completed that. Now what? Back outside? Back outside. To the front door? Or we go... No, we're going back up the stairs. We have to see how our wife is doing. I think we probably are. Is she well? Almost certainly not. No, she's not.
What's wrong, my dear?
I'm so scared, Albert. Why is this happening? What are we going to do?
I don't want you to worry. I'll take care of it. I promise. I have a plan.
How can you take care of this, Albert? This isn't something you can fix. I'm not one of your broken toys. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to be so harsh. I know you want to help.
I know, dear. Don't worry. I want you to trust me. It will be fine.
I do trust you, Albert.
You get some rest now. All will be well. You'll see.
I'm not sure that's the case. Sad. Is that Act 2? That might be Act 2. I think there's 4 acts to the game, so... No, it's just a transition. Okay, back outside. Guessing downstairs. Lots of boxes everywhere. Oh, this is an actual level.
Last one then, is it? Well, thank you very much. You too. Right. And now to lug all this downstairs then.
I wonder if these are from the Toy Makers Guild, because they've got that kind of Jack in the Box logo on it. I might be wrong. But we need to get to the other end of the hallway. So let's get going. They're going to start coming out this way. We want to probably readjust this to up here somewhere. That'll do. can get them to move over this way, but I'm not sure that's entirely needed at the moment. For now, let's actually get them moving the other way. Like this. Oh, a little bit further along. And that will get... yeah, okay, that's good. That's a good start. Even though they're going to just fall off the edge. Which might be troublesome. We can use one of these blocks, hopefully, to just keep them in a loop, if nothing else. Okay, let's put this here for now. Actually, we'll do this so they go onto the button. But then we do want to just probably keep looping them one way or another. So we can go over here, but what purpose does that serve to be over here? I'm not entirely sure. But let's just keep them trying to loop. Just because I don't want them to run away anywhere when we're experimenting with Tim McLean. That keeps them in a... okay, that keeps them in a loop. That's fine. But I'd like the button to be pressed if entirely possible. We just need to move this a little bit further along. Ah, but that's going to make them go back the other way. That's problematic. So if I just... there must be an easier way to keep them in a loop. Actually, once they've come here, that's fine. I can remove that block and then they'll stay in a permanent kind of line. Okay, let's start with that. And then we can kind of work from there. Once they're all across... okay, move this block now, just back over here, I guess, for the second. They should just stay in a infinite loop. Do they stay in the infinite loop? It will do if we move this a little bit further along. Cool. They should be... oh, no, we need to wait for that last elf. Okay, that should now be okay. It's not okay. Why's that happening? Oh, okay. Let's try this again. Pause for a second. Okay, put that there. The real question is, what does this need to achieve, this thing here? Can it hit that? If it hits that... surely it's going to be something to do with that, I would think. Let's try this. This should now hit up there. Oh, which gives us the ladder. That's good. You guys, once you're through, you can move this somewhere else. Let's just move it up here for now, behind. We're definitely going to figure that later, though. Are you guys now just going to stay in a line for me? You're just going to stay looping here. Excellent. Which means we don't need to worry about them for the time being, which is very useful indeed. So, let's get you down, Mr. Tim McLean, and we can work out what we need to do. We've got that ladder there now, which is going to help us. But it's not going to work for the other guys, and we definitely need to actually make our jump, otherwise there's going to be no point. But there we go, we made it up now. We need to get some over to the very end. We don't need to necessarily get Tim over as well. Let's get him over here. And let's just take a moment to work out what we need to do next. We can get this drum. We'll get us over to here, so that's fine. So we can probably do that as our next step. If we can make it over to this drum, which we can, we can jump over to here. Now from here... that was a lot. Oh, I see. Okay, yeah, I see what we need to do. So we need to get up to this. We need to get up to this drum in the corner. And I'm guessing that drum will get us up to where we need to be. Excellent. So get this. We only need to land on this drum here, really. That should get us up to here. Nice one. And then this should be able to hit the saw, I would think. So let's try that. If that's going to hit the saw, we've got a cutscene, so that bodes pretty well. So now we can go back down here relatively safely. We can use the balloon to get across here and over to here, where we can see some more lovely pictures of Helen, which is of course very sad, given that she is not very well indeed. So now we need to work out how to get the other guys there. All we need to do is get them up to this point here. If we get up to this point here, going forward, it shouldn't really matter. Let's go like that. So we just need to find a way to get them across, because they can't jump up there. That's presumably what these things here are for. Aha! They need to go up the top. Gotcha. So let's turn this round. I've got to imagine that's where they're supposed to go, at least. I can't imagine why else there'd be... yeah, so they're going to go up there. Let's just go with toggle view, so it's a little bit easier to fire, because it can sometimes be a little bit tricky. So they're going to come up this way, they're going to go up here, so this needs to go fire into this path here. Okay, I see what we need to do. That balloon should hopefully get them over all the way over. We'll have to see. So now we need to get them to come back the way they were going. So we can probably make that work pretty easily. If we just move this along, we've got the other red triangle behind. We can just move the triangles as required. That shouldn't be too bad. Is that going to work? No, it needs to go a little bit further along, like thus. Okay, that's not going to quite work. It needs to be a little bit further back. Or we can send them around the back. That might actually work better. So let's try that instead. So we just need to move them back here for a second. That way they're going to do what they need to. And now they should be coming down here. Obviously we can't let them fall to their deaths. So if I go here, is that good enough? Great, that's going to work. So now we get this other cube. I say cube, it's a triangle. And we need to get them to go down at the very right moment. Is that going to work? Yes, but it needs to be a little bit further back. Because they need to be able to get the ladder a little bit further forward. That should be about right. Excellent. So we'll let them do this. They no longer need that triangle, but we're going to have to time this pretty well. So they should now... I hope they can drop down there relatively safely. They should be able to. Let's just follow our path thing. Make sure we... Okay, we need to just readjust this slightly. Okay, they'll make it up there, which is excellent. And then we use this to get them onto the balloon section. That should really be it. So let's get them speeding along. So they're going to fly here. And they're going to fly up here. Let's just hope they make it all the way. They do. Okay, this should now be a success. They should make it over there. Oh, okay. Pause. We need more of our triangles just to direct them in the right direction. So we need to go like this. Okay, we can make this work. And then we get this other triangle. And we can use the box to direct them across the saw. We just need to get it the correct place. Yeah, this is working good. It's always nice when I can actually figure something out for the first time and not have to spend all day trying to work it out. It's a very nice change. So then we can go across like this. That should be fine. But we can probably actually do that a little bit further back and save ourselves the trouble of having to get another triangle. And yeah, there we go. There's the exit. Okay, those guys can carry on. By the time we're back there, we should have got the triangle that we need. We just need to be a little bit quick to make sure we beat them over there. Let's just make sure that our pathing is correct. Is that going to do it for us? Not quite. A bit further back. Say there. Okay, that should do it. Excellent. And Tim McLean is already here, so that shouldn't be a problem. As long as these guys make it across the box, which they have, then we can join our fellow soldiers, our fellow toy soldiers, getting to the exit. Excellent. So let's speed up time and we can get everyone else in here sorted. And downstairs. I don't think we've been downstairs before, have we? I'm not sure we have. It's a pretty big house, to be honest. Right, what's downstairs? Ah, we beat Act 2. There we go. Act 3. The basement. Is this where Albert actually makes the toys? I'm guessing so. Very interesting. Where are we starting off from? We're starting off over here. That being said, I think what I think has happened is that he's accepted the invitation of the kind of toy conglomerate, as far as I can tell anyway. So if we can, okay, let's just do this. That's not how I wanted to do it. And we can get them moving over. That's fine. Let's do that. Yeah, well, I think we're about halfway through then, because as far as I can tell, it's a 4-act game. We need to get this to line up with the drums. That should do a good job, but we just need to adjust this. I'm guessing we'll put it up there. Let's get time moving on, because we need to get over to that section over there. This triangle can now be moved to somewhere over here. There's also a button. I don't know if these buttons in the corner mean anything. There's a drum over here, so let's try this. It's a little bit far away, however. They're not going to be able to make it. I'm guessing it might be something to do with the table. We'll have to try figure that out in a second. So let's get this other piece here and move it down. Yeah, these are buttons that need to happen, don't they? Okay, let's get ourselves. Is that seems to be the right location? Let's try that. Let's get everyone moving. See what the buttons do here for this table. So 1 button, 2 button, 3 button, and 4 buttons. Now, what's that going to have done for us? Interesting. Let's move these out of the way. So we need to get them over to the centre somehow, but how are we going to do that? balloons over here, but I'm not sure how we're gonna. If I was to get a thing here, would this now be something they can fall down to? Let's see. No, it's still not quite enough to get them moving up further. So how do we get them up to the central? How do we get them up to the central area? It's not entirely clear, is it? At least not at the moment. Well, I'll tell you what, I think we'll leave things off there as we've started the next act, Act 3, in the basement. And I'll have a little bit of a think as to what we need to do with the second part of this table. Because I'm not seeing an easy way up yet. But you clearly need to get that next section opened as well. Very interesting. This all feels a bit more mechanical than it did before. But in the meantime, thank you so much for watching. Take care. Bye bye.